Oh man. If you know, you know. How come the San Francisco 49ers don't want me? Where'd that come from, guys? I'm sure you know. Come on. Put it in the comments to see who would be the first one to put it in the comments. Hey man, what's up, guys? You thought I left you hanging, didn't you? You thought I left you hanging. Hey man, but I couldn't leave you guys hanging. This is the 2023 Flawless Fantasy Football season wrap-up show. Yes, the wrap-up show. And we're going to discuss the Super Bowl. We're going to discuss the nonsense within the Super Bowl. We're going to discuss a few things, but I'm going to try to keep it nice and sweet as possible, because you guys know I get long-winded. But let's just talk about it, man. Y'all like that thumbnail, that Dak thumbnail? Surprise, Dak. You know, I saw that. I was like, I'm using that, you know. So I purposely didn't put it on Facebook or nothing like that, because I wanted to use it as my thumbnail. But, you know, 25-22. San Francisco falls to the mighty dynasty of the Kansas City Chiefs. We spoke on narratives. I think it was around about third quarter of the game. Me and my son were talking. We're talking about, you know, narratives and which one, you know, whatever. Now, so, you know, when the 49ers start off, you know, like typical, right? Whoever wins the first half is going to lose the second half. That's basically how San Francisco been running the whole game, running the whole playoffs. Oh, they can't do this. Oh, they can't do that. Oh, they start. Look, this isn't about being organic, you know, or whatever, because, you know, we know that's not the case, right? But I was just enjoying the show. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to give you a little precursor real quick. Look, you guys know, yeah, I was pulling for the 49ers, keep it a stat, but, you know, it didn't bother me whatsoever. I didn't lose any sleep off of it. I made some bets in the game. I'll let you know about the bets a little bit later on to get done ranting real quick. But you want to stick around and hear about those bets. You talking about, because your boy has some cojones. So let me tell you, some cojones like, oh boy, yeah. So, 25-22, you know, one of the main things I said, and I reiterated even in this platform and in person to other people, I felt there were more narratives for San Francisco, but the narratives, it was fewer narratives, but it was heavy for Kansas City. And not just the whole fan base, the new fan base of Kansas City and the girls and, you know, with the Swifties and stuff like that. They're automatically going to be Kansas City fans like for the rest of their lives now, because they were a part of it, you know. But it's the fact that, not just that, hold on, let me see what I can say, hold on. I had it on the tip of my tongue. Let me pause it. Okay, because I didn't want to freaking black beat. But it only took like 3 seconds. I should have just kept it going. It's the fact that they push these dynasties on us. You know, and I mentioned that in some videos to you. What other better way to get the stench of the Patriots, Brady, Belichick dynasty while ushering in another dynasty? Again, there are plenty of years for San Francisco to win a Super Bowl. You know, Kelsey, one of their main. It's not about if Kelsey's getting old, because if they want to get a first down, they'll let the linebacker tell them to get a first down. I got a video I'm going to pin in the comments. It's a video, it just came out about a play that happened in the Super Bowl. You guys will find it hilarious, and I don't know if you find it hilarious or not. I just looked at it, I'm like, that's par for the course. So I'll pin it in the comments of this. So after you get done watch this video, go and check that out. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section. But it's not about, oh, Kelsey, you know, guess what? Kelsey can retire this year, and if they wanted Kansas City to go to Super Bowl next year, they'd be there, right? That's how it works. Because we've seen enough. Even some of you guys will be like, oh, well, I'm starting to believe. You should have been believed. But I understand you want to have that little glimmer of hope, because nobody wants to feel like they've been bamboozled, especially their whole freaking lives. Oh, man, but when the awakening comes, you got to embrace it. All right, 5 minutes into it. Let's get into it. So let me tell you, you know, I had my son, my girl over. No, I had my 2 sons over, my girl over. It was just the 4 of us. Was supposed to had an extra, backed out. I forgave you though. But we had a good time, nice and cozy. Had some nice bell peppers with cheese grits in it. Cheese grits with shrimp in it with bell peppers. Oh my gosh, so good. Yeah, man, it was a good time. Let me tell you about my son, my 10-year-old son. You guys know I got a 10-year-old son. He's a Kansas City Chief fan, and oh man, he just lead the Chiefs. Okay. This was we took a picture. You had balloons up and stuff. Man, those balloons are still up right now, man. Helium balloons. They'll probably be up another month and a half straight up. I ain't gonna take them down until they start, deflating. So we took a picture and did all that type of stuff. And before the game started, they doing the national anthem. He all over there. Look at him sitting down over there with his hand on his chest. With his eyes closed. I'm like, this dude, I ain't care if he's standing or not. I said, what is he doing? But hey, when you try to do everything you do to get your team to win, so I thought that was pretty funny, So before we get into the game, I would like to for the actual NFL playoff challenge, concluding. The winner of the NFL playoff challenge is no other than M. Johnson with 600 points. He ended up in first place. We had 3 people tied with 525 points. We had Joey T, Zach Seaman, and D Major. So how I determined to do this is M. Johnson is going to get the grand prize. And Joey T and Zach Seaman and D Major will get the runner-up prizes. All right. B Campbell, you were so close. You were so close right there in 5th. We're just gonna have to give you an honorable mention, my guy. So the winner of the playoff challenge is M. Johnson. Congratulations. Let's go give him a round of applause. Yes, you did good. And Joey T and Zach Seaman and D Major with 525 points. You guys email me your mailing address so I can mail you something from yours truly at Flawless Fantasy Football. All right? So, you got my email or you may have my text. Shoot me your mailing address. Joey T, Zach Seaman, and D Major. Let's move on. So we get into the game, right? I don't really want to talk about the game yet like that. We already know the score. I'm not even going to get into that. Got to get past this little checklist to it here. So we see that 49ers have decided to fire defense coordinator Steve Wilks. Now, here's the thing. Somebody had to be the scapegoat, right? Somebody had to be the scapegoat. Somebody had to be it. Whatever. I don't feel sorry for these coaches when they lay it down because, these coaches be having guaranteed contracts. I mean, these players don't, but these coaches be having guaranteed contracts. So like again, the dude held them down to 25 points. It wasn't his fault because Shanahan couldn't score the points, but guess what? I can't blame Shanahan. I'm not going to blame Shanahan or Wilks. They were supposed to lose. It was in the cards. Because, like I said, if Kansas City lost, then all those Swifties not going to be attached for the rest of their lives. Bringing in all that money, revenue, going to games, stuff they had Norman did. Check this out. Because I said in the last video that the NFL wouldn't want to pay back all those people because the majority of money was on the Chiefs. So they have to pay out a lot of the winners. But here's the thing. Paying out a lot of the winners for this one bet in this 1 year, in this one Super Bowl, does not even pale in comparison to get all the money that them putting, I hate to say that Taylor Swift brought in. If Taylor Swift didn't bring Jack, the powers to be put Taylor Swift. It wasn't Taylor Swift's idea. I don't much believe in that relationship. You guys believe Travis Kelce is in a relationship with that girl? A true relationship? No, they're not. I bet any of you guys, before this season pop off, they'd be broke up. Before July, they'd be broke up. Get out of here, man. I don't believe that crap. So Yeah, they already brought in so much money with the Swifties and stuff like that. That's way more money than what they already brought in this year, plus what they're going to get in the future. So just pay out the bettors. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think about that aspect, but I really didn't care about that. I really cared about my bet. We'll get to that. So Steve Wilkes, fired. Go find a job somewhere. He'll get one. Now, Barstool reports that the Chiefs' offensive line has 0 holding calls in 3 straight Super Bowls. 0 in 3 straight Super Bowls. Coincidence? I think not. That's all we need to say about that. Use your head, gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're out there with gentlemen, don't just use your big head, not your little head. Big head, common sense, okay? That's what we're using around here. 0 holding calls in 3 straight Super Bowls? Okay. And how about this right here, since Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce wants to go and bump up on Andy Reid. Man, listen, guys. Listen. You guys, look, y'all know I keep it a stack, and I ain't going to bite my tongue for nobody. Now, I don't believe obviously I don't believe it's a racial issue. You know what I'm saying, or whatever, okay? I don't believe that. Because I believe it's staged, right? But it's either one or two things. It's either, let me find that thing. It's either, okay. It's either 100% rigged or scripted, right? Let's just say scripted. It's either scripted or if it's straight up racism, because we know that if, I don't freaking know, what's the dude name for Cleveland? David Njoku ran and bumped up into his coach, oh, this and that, Fine, you have all the news talking heads, including the woman running their bapping their mouth about it. So, this thing he should have did that. He needs to control himself. We've heard none of that about Travis Kelce. Nothing. No reprimand, no nothing. Nobody talking about it as if it was negative like that, like they would be doing if it was a brother. That's the truth now. That's the truth. Oh, it's passion when he does it. But where's the suspension? Fine, outrage, celebrities, players, media, etc. He put his hands on the coach. Do something to this thug. Now, I don't think you're a thug. All right, this is some I screenshot. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Travis Kelce said it's definitely unacceptable. I immediately wish I took it back. No, you didn't. Because you was hulked up and still mean mugging in the dude's face. But you really weren't bad. You were just acting. But I get it. Since when do you do that to a coach and then he start pepping you with targets? Come on, you do something like that. Come on, man. Let's use your common sense, okay? I don't think it's a racial issue. I just think it's staged and scripted. It ain't no way it can't be staged and scripted, because it don't matter if the coach did say, it's okay, I forgive you, and he'll forgive, you still get fined. You'll still get suspended, but no nothing. It's part of the show. It's the only way you can say it, guys. That's it. Now, I used that. I meant this. I brought it up just so you can understand that's what it is. So, Travis Kelce doing that. It's the reason they're not talking about it, because they're not supposed to. Part of the show, the $1 billion show. So here's a meme real quick that says, I know she's mid. Travis Kelce saying, I know she's mid, but she's a billionaire. Man, that's terrible, man. Leave that girl alone. So what? Because she's shaped like the number 1. Somebody like it. All right? So, it's all good, but it was a whole bunch of memes out there. I had to share that one. So, speaking of Taylor Swift, we're going to stay on Taylor Swift real quick. We're going to stay on her. I don't know. Oh, man. 54 seconds, total seconds that Taylor Swift had for screen time. 54 seconds. Now, you think that ain't bad, right? Oh, that ain't that much time. Well, hell, the Super Bowl commercial was 30 seconds long. So that's really two Super Bowls. That was really two Super Bowl commercials worth of time for Taylor Swift. Each one 30 seconds. She had 54. You know, that's a lot of time. And then you think, okay, you know, Travis. Then you think at the end of the game, you had old boy Miko Harmon score a touchdown. I'm sure his family and friends were in the doggone stands. What did they do? They show Swift. Oh! I'm not saying they were supposed to show. But, ugh. I'm so done. I'm so glad that that stage show's over with. You know? So, going back to Shanahan. Shanahan admitted that not knowing the rule about the play. I don't believe Shanahan, as smart as Shanahan is, that he didn't know the playoff rules, that he did overtime rules. He knew. It was like, oh, he didn't know the rule. He still has a job. Of course he's going to have a job. I believe Shanahan's a great coach. I don't give a damn how great of a coach he is. When it's time for you to lose and they say, this is the storyline, that's what's going to storyline's going to be. I still feel firm that they're going to give Christian McCaffrey one. Firm. San Francisco got time. In which would make sense. You can't have Brock Purdy elevated over homeboy. And Brock Purdy got plenty of time too. He got a bunch of players around him. Oh, which brings me to this. Brandon Ayuk. You know, he's in the social media with his girlfriend, talking about how they're not going to be there next year and all this type of stuff. Look, you guys know how I feel about this. Look, this right here, this is my son's pill, so that's why I got these things on here like this. Really got to focus on writing because he be writing kind of crazy. But anyway, Brandon Ayuk, man, and his girlfriend. I don't care if Brandon Ayuk say something. Keep these broads out of man's business. Man, I can't stand that. Even that one dude with Miami, that defensive back, you know what I'm saying? His old lady was tripping up. Man, these freaking men aren't men anymore. Cowards, man. Cowards, I swear. You wonder why these women ain't feminine? Because they're always in masculine spaces. What was I going to say after that? So say Chiefs held in a. I already talked about and also the Chiefs had the most holding calls in the NFL, the offensive line in 2023-24 season. Most holding calls, if I hadn't mentioned that. So look, man, they also had. It's just so much nonsense, you know. The girl, her, right? Little girl, the singer, her. Everybody know H.E.R. You know, so. They had her in 2009 singing the national anthem. Or doing something, singing something. I don't know if she's singing something. She was doing something, performing in 2009. And then at the halftime show, she's in there with Usher Raymond. You know, at 26 years old. You know what I'm saying? 15 years later? She was 11. Now she's 26 and on the stage. Look, man, with these artists, rappers, entertainers, man, they all get groomed. It's like they're coming up through a farm. I think politicians too, they're coming up through a farm. I'm the type. So close, man. So close. I wish y'all believed in programming like I did. I mean, your mind would be a lot freer. Nobody can trick you when you believe in programming. Nobody can trick you. So, look, man, I enjoyed the Super Bowl. I really did. I enjoyed the Super Bowl. I was happy for my youngest son. I was happy for him. I got to show you this real quick. What happened was when they won, they scored a touchdown. When they scored a touchdown at the end. Oh, first off, I got to tell you, when Pacheco fumbled in like the second quarter, when they was getting ready to go down there and score, they fumbled in like the red zone, down in the 10 zone, and he fumbled. And I looked over at him because my youngest son was on the other couch and me and my son was on this couch. And I looked over at him and I said, I told Mo, son, I said, Trey, look, what's wrong? What's up with him? And I looked at him and I was like, Brian, my youngest one. I was like, and when he looked over, you know, when you know your sons, you know your family and stuff like that, his eyes were so watery. And I say, son, don't do that. Don't do that. And as soon as I did that, that tear dropped out, and he started wiping and shit like that. And I got kind of a little upset real quick. Not at him. I got kind of upset at NFL. I mean, sports. Just what sports do to you, and the fandom of it. So I had to have a little talk with him. I'm like, listen, look, it's just football. Okay, I know that's your favorite team and this and that, blah, blah, but you got time. It's okay, you still got time. San Francisco ain't won it yet. It'll be okay, you know what I'm saying? If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. I had to talk to him like that, And then anyway, so when they finally came back and they had won, that was in second quarter, early or late first, whatever. They came back and won and went to overtime. And then they came back and won and they threw the touchdown to Mecole Hardman. He freaking shot up off the sofa and ran into his room full of excitement. So I grabbed my phone real quick and I pressed record and checked this out. Man! Huh? 2 in a row, man! 2 in a row! That's how geeked up he is, though. 2 in a row! Feeling good? Yeah. Oh, boy. He went from tears earlier. Yeah. I put your Facebook saying about you on them tears on you. Now he's ecstatic. You just don't know how to act. Congratulations, son. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, man, he was geeked up, man. He was excited, man. I mean, look, I'm excited. I was excited for him. I really was. I understand what it's like when it was like that. I was younger, maybe around about his age when I jumped on the 49er bandwagon because, like I said, I was being here from Florida, I saw Tampa Bay all the time. And Tampa Bay was winning one game and stuff like that per year, maybe 2. Back in, I was born in 76, so it was like, mid-80s. No, before mid-80s, 82. Before mid-80s, like 83, 84. I just remember sitting down sitting down on the floor of the TV watching them lose every single freaking Sunday. And one day I ran across San Francisco. So I kind of caught San Francisco as they was peaking, kind of like he did with Kansas City. So I understand, but guess what? Just like I did with San Fran, you got to go through a lot of crap years too. And even when they get good, they don't get over the hump, that type of thing. So I felt happy for him to be able to enjoy that. And we wore his little Kansas City stuff to school the next day. Check this out. And then so I asked him when I picked him up from school, I was like, how's everything go from school or whatever? Everything go, you know what I'm saying? He's like, yeah, everything went good. Me and a couple of other friends that like Kansas City, this and that. We talked about Super Bowl and Dad, the other people, it's the other people who came to my school, other students was like, Kansas City shouldn't have won. Super Bowl's rigged. And I was like, what? He's like, they're saying Super Bowl's rigged and it's scripted and rigged. And I'm like, your classmate, your schoolmates are saying that? And he was like, yes. I'm like, dude, fuck. These kids are like 10 years old and talking about something's rigged. We would never be thinking like that when we're 10 years old. We'd never. Man, these kids got way more exposure to stuff than us. It's these goddamn cell phones. It's these damn cell phones. So, but hey, everything worked out with that, and he wore his little Kansas City shirts, one of his many Kansas City shirts to school. So I was happy for him with that, man. I really was. I'm gonna tell you why I was happy, because he won, and actually I won. Because your boy. I mean, look, your boy bet on Prize Picks. Your boy put some heavy money down. Your boy put down 3 $600 bets. And I took the Green Goblin on Prize Picks, and I did Purdy for 199 yards. I picked the over. And I picked CMC. I picked his low rushing yards, because if I did his regular yards at 92.5, I would have missed. Low rushing yards at like 70.5 or something like that, or 69.5. I picked the over, and I picked the Green Goblin for, who was the other person? Oh, Kelsey. His Green Goblin was 49 yards. And you think that's low, right? It is low. It's all almost the Green Goblins. That was the low levels of them, because there's 3 levels. It's the Green Goblin, but the Green Goblins don't pay that much. But I don't care. It still pays an entry. Then it's the regular level, which is the average level bet. And then it's the Red Goblin, And Red Goblin play like a lot. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, 4 or 5 times or whatever, this and that. But I didn't want to play with that because it's hard to hit. You know what I'm saying? And like Christian McCaffrey's rushing Goblin was like at 119 or something like that. You know, that's way too much. And then his other one was like at 90. Maybe it's at 109. Who knows? And the other one's like at 92. And his bottom was at 72. And his bottom was at 69.5. Either way, I took the low on them. Purdy, Kelsey, the low lines of Purdy, Kelsey, and McCaffrey. And McCaffrey would not have hit. All three of them hit. And McCaffrey would not have hit unless Kansas City kicked that field goal and went to overtime because he was needed 15 yards. And I'm thinking, guys, I had just vested $1,800. Nobody knew. I didn't tell nobody what I did. I thought I told people a couple of people what I might do. I never told them I did it. Man, then they flipped that coin. They said both teams gonna have the bet, and freaking doggone, man, 49ers got the ball first. I'm like, yeah. And they just start putting McCaffrey needed 15 more yards and around 15 more yards, and they just start putting the ball in McCaffrey's gut, and he was rushing, 6, 4, 2, 3, whatever. And I said, I think I got it. And he did one of y'all. I said, I think I got it. And it popped up on the board, and I needed, 70 yards. And it showed up, and it was like 75 yards or something, 74, 75 yards. And I was like, yo! Because I was worried about Kelsey, because Kelsey only had 1 yard in the first half. And I'm like, oh, because everybody hit. And those 3 bets, gentlemen, on top of another half a bet that I made, I had 2 basketball, and I had, I think it was McCaffrey and somebody else on another bet. But yeah, guys. Your boy turned that $1,800 investment into $2,940. You see it on the screen, $2,940. That was 1,100. That got my money back plus plus 1,100, plus over 1,100. Yeah, so your boy won out on the Super Bowl. Your boy won out. So it was just an easy investment, man. It was an easy investment to me, and I came up, so I won. So, dude, I wish y'all to see it. Once McCaffrey hit, I turned to my son. I was like, don't worry about something. They scored, they'll kick a field goal. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about it. You got a chance to win. I was 100% rooting, you know what I'm saying, for my son, because I wanted him to be happy. I didn't want to be son, but, you might want to freaking put a rope around his neck or something. Just kidding. But, yeah, it worked out both ways. So both of us won. I can control what I do. I can't control what the 49ers do or what the NFL decides what's going to happen. Hey, guys, man, I appreciate that, man. I just want to give you guys a little bit of insight of what happened during the Super Bowl. Wasn't going to let you down. My bad it took so long. But, hey, what's going on here? But I'm glad I got it done. And, again, I'll be dropping some content here and there. If anybody's watching this that's not part of the Flawless Fantasy Football Facebook page, you might want to do that because that's probably where I'll be posting my stuff at. I got other stuff I'm trying to do. I don't know. So you might want to be a part of both. If you're watching this and you're not subscribed, you might want to subscribe. Might want to, or just join the Facebook group, or both. Flawless Fantasy Football, where you hear what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. It was a great season, guys. Out of my 2 teams, both made it to the playoffs. One with the championship game, but CMC glassed that on me. Really, I left somebody on the bench. Maybe I shouldn't have, but I'm blaming on CMC because he glassed that on me against Washington. It only gave me 8, and I lost by 10. But either way, it was a good season, and let's get ready for another season. Enjoy the off season. Catch up on some things that you've been needing to do. I know I will. Hey, man, thanks a lot, guys. Thanks for rocking with me. It ain't over. We're gonna stay to the grind, and we're gonna talk about some things for next year. All right? Flawless Fantasy Football. Holla at your boy!